Hey guys, I'm Devin Somppi, and welcome to EunityGaming's video review of the single-player experience for Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist, the latest release in the stealth action series from Ubisoft. Sam Fisher is back in action after the events of Splinter Cell Conviction and is leading 4th Echelon in a campaign against a terrorist group, the Engineers, and their ultimatum known as the Blacklist. Your technical operator Grim returns with your support specialist Isaac Briggs and your resident hacker Charlie Cole aboard the new Flying Ops Center Paladin. This is where you'll decide between the different modes that the game has to offer, including the single-player campaign, co-op missions, and the returning Spies vs. Mercs competitive multiplayer mode. The story is broken up into a single-player campaign and optional side missions that you can play with a co-op partner. These side missions include ones based on stealth, hunting enemies, defending against waves of attackers, and a second co-op only campaign.
That's the last of that wave.
I found the story to be immersive, but horribly broken up by the downtime on the Paladin, during which you can walk around and talk to different members of your team. Unfortunately, it just feels forced. The dialogue isn't the greatest, and the characters repeat many of the same animations.
So, you headed back to Langley?
No way. I want to stay in the field unless you don't want me on the team.
Of course I want you on the team.
Right.
The missions take you around the globe to a variety of locations, but it seems to happen too fast. One minute you're in South America, and the next you're in the Middle East. There are also a few choices that can be made, and they usually involve killing someone in cold blood. These help by adding a sense of morality to the story. Blacklist returns with the mark and execute system that was introduced in Conviction. You can mark up to 3 targets and take them all out with the press of a button. This feels especially good when you're equipped with a sniper rifle. The shooting feels tight and incredibly satisfying when you land that perfect headshot. Blacklist also has a point system that rewards 3 different playstyles. Ghost is all about pulling off takedowns and completing missions without being detected, and encourages the use of gadgets to sneak past enemies. Assault is pretty self-explanatory. You are rewarded for each enemy kill during open combat. Panther is a sort of combination of the other two, awarding you points for getting kills while NPCs are aware of your presence.
Yeah, they're searching.
The game encourages the ghost path more than the other since it rewards more points for pulling off kills while hidden, though it is nice that you aren't penalized too much for being spotted and having a straight up firefight. There are a crazy amount of classic and new gadgets to use, including the snake cam, a small remote controlled helicopter called the tri-rotor, and sticky proximity mines. A personal favorite was a sticky cam that can release knockout gas or explode, acting like a flashbang. You can customize your goggles for sonar, night vision, and the ability to see footprints, as well as improve their range. You can easily switch between the different modes on the fly. Your op suit can be customized for the playstyle that suits you best. If you prefer to be stealthy, you can equip gear that reduces noise and holds more gadgets. If you lean more towards assault, you can outfit with armor that features better protection and increased ammo capacity. You also have a huge arsenal to choose from, including pistols, submachine guns, assault rifles, sniper rifles, and shotguns. Each weapon brings with it a range of modification options, such as improved recoil, handling, and accuracy, and also allows for attachments like silencers, scopes, and ammo clips. In addition to the regular loadout, you are also able to equip a specialty weapon, either a crossbow or my choice, the stun gun. Using it did get me into trouble a couple of times because the effective range is limited due to some serious bullet drop. You can also improve the Paladin, adding more gear, guns, and modifiers into the game. For example, with a fully upgraded cockpit, you can view what direction your enemies are facing, allowing you to either sneak around them more effectively or get the drop on them, depending on what playstyle you're using. To take advantage of these customization options, players need to earn money by completing challenges for specific weapons and takedowns. Through my playthrough, I managed to unlock a fair amount of these just by switching up what primary weapon and pistol I used. Each single player mission also contains 3 different side objectives to earn extra money. Dead drops and Blacklist laptops can be discovered around the map, and high valued targets can be found and captured.
Grim, someone left a dead drop out here. Unrelated to Charlie's, but I'll bring it in.
Copy that, Sam.
The graphics are pretty decent on the Xbox 360 version, with the option to install a high-resolution texture pack off the second disc being a welcome addition. Though the texture pack requires an extra 3 GB of local space on the hard drive, which many people, like me, might not have available on theirs. it can be frustrating to remove a fair amount of content off an already cramped hard drive. The lighting was done well, which is good because some missions rely on Sam sticking to the shadows. Shadows can easily be created like in the previous games by knocking out lights with weapon shots or EMP bursts. The sounds in Blacklist add a nice atmosphere to the game. Climbing through sewers feels cramped with plenty of echoes and footsteps sound distinct. There's also some great dialogue between the NPCs, and I found myself shimming along a ledge or hanging upside down from a pipe just to listen to their interactions.
Wrestling fan?
You said non-lethal, you didn't say how.
Quieter the better.
The music is what you would expect to find in a Splinter Cell game, playing it fairly safe with a large majority of the soundtrack featuring heavy bass with some orchestral tracks thrown in for the occasional build-up. Splinter Cell Blacklist has some great gameplay with the addition of a point system that encourages stealth but doesn't tie the player's hands, being a welcome inclusion. The story feels disjointed because you hop around the globe between missions, but the overall narrative is solid. Despite its flaws, Splinter Cell Blacklist is another great release in the franchise. I give it 7.5 out of 10.